Hello all, good evening. A very good evening, guys. So topic for today is subarray, some subarray and sliding window. I think we did a couple of questions in the last class of subarrays. We'll do one more question on subarray today, and post that we'll be moving to sliding window. Uh, Let other guys join, guys. I'm still waiting for everyone to join. Let me know in the chat who joined, and please ask, someone can please ask that if all can join quickly. A couple of minutes will be waiting. And I'm sorry for the background noise if you are getting any, just because uh, I don't know, there is some kind of celebration going in my neighbors. They are bursting crackers. Let me know if I'm audible clearly, or do I need to raise my voice a little louder? Guys, come on, let me know who's there in the chat, so that, yes, clear. Okay, thank you. Okay, okay. So I think I have a good strength to start. We are around approximately 6 to 7, 6 I think. A couple of more, guys. Low voice? Seriously, Aniket? Is my voice coming little slower? Okay. I have ordered a mic. Flipkart is showing that mic will be delivered by 22nd of this month. So still waiting for the mic. Okay, okay, guys, we are 6 now. We'll be starting. Not 6 exactly, we are 5 now. Actually, I want to. Okay, and before I start, one of my best friend is also there in today's class. We studied together since I think 2011 or 10. He is also in the same profile like us, so he is there. Okay, okay. So first thing, uh, uh, first thing, I gave some homework. That homework was related to this. Mm, I'll tell you. That homework was related to this. That how this particular thing is coming, right? So I'll quickly jump on and I'll resolve this issue before I start anything for today. Oh, sorry, it is still saying copy. Maybe I'll be okay. Maybe I'll be solving over here with that particular number. So basically, my question earlier was, uh, how we can say that index 2, index not 2, index 1 will appear in 10 subarrays. So can we write those subarrays that in that particular subarrays index 1 will be appearing? So I told that we can have something called left, and then we can also have something called right, and if we multiply both of them, then we'll get the number of subarrays, right? So how that left and right vibe is coming, we'll be looking into it. So how many indexes are there including that particular index in the left of it? So 0 and 1, because we are calculating for index 1, 0 and 1 is there. So that is uh, I plus 1. If I is equals to 1, that is left for us. And if we look how many indexes are there in right including that particular index, so 1 2 3 4 5, that is, we can calculate that. That can be calculated by n minus 1 is the last index, b minus a plus 1, right? That is the formula which I taught you. So b is n minus 1, uh, a is I plus 1 is this simply plus 1. So n minus 1 minus I plus 1. So n minus I. Over here n is of 6. So uh, over here n is of 6. Just give me 1 second, guys. Hello. Hello. हम्म ओके, क्लास ले रहे हैं हम एक, ठीक है, उसके बाद से हम डिस्कस करते हैं इस पर, हम पढ़ा रहे हैं, ठीक है, हम डिस्कस कर लेते हैं। हम डिस्कस। ठीक है। सॉरी गाइस। So it was 5, and for I plus 1 is for left we were having I was 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. So 5 cross 2 was 10. So let's prove how this 10 arrays will be there. Okay, how this 10 arrays will be there, which will be having index 1 in it, and then we'll jump on to today's question directly. So 3 comma minus 2. Okay, then 3 comma minus 2 comma 4 comma 1 comma 4, 3 comma minus 2 comma 4 comma minus 1, 3 comma minus 2 4 minus 1 2, 3 minus 2 4 minus 1 2 comma 6. These are 5 sub arrays, right? And if you closely observe over here, if I omit 3 out of each, you will find 5 more sub arrays. Just 1 2 3 4 5. So these 5 plus 5 for giving us 10. So now we can say that number of sub arrays in which that particular index will be included is just I plus 1 multiplied by n minus I. Okay, so just keep this in mind, because if you ever get a question of some contribution, some technique in your interviews, you will be able to solve this question just in a couple of seconds, realizing that okay, this particular question is of contribution technique. And moving further with this question, yes, so moving further with today's first question, that is count the number of sub arrays with sum, that is k. Over here the k is 3, the array is given just like this. So to begin with, first, can you guys let me know if I was clear on the last lecture about that prefix sum minus k approach? Are you guys able to catch that particular, were you guys able to catch that particular approach that day, or do I need to reiterate and start it again so that you can catch it now, or if there were some kind of mm, mishaps, you could learn it right now? That was clear. Good, Saswata. Do you want me to reiterate that particular approach, prefix minus k approach? There is no approach called prefix minus k approach, but we'll be using this kind of techniques to solve a lot of question in sub arrays. And by the way, guys, this is the last question of sub arrays. Post this question, we'll be moving to sliding window approach. And sliding window is like one of my favorite topics. I like to solve a lot of questions from sliding window if it can be applied. Okay, okay. So everyone just said that was clear, no, cleared, no, okay. So you don't want me to reiterate, okay. So I'll tell you a question that is based on same. There is no difference as such. If you really look at this question, I'll tell you the question number. Yes. So the question number is lead code 3. If you look at this question, uh, uh, either I'll be solving this question today, post two questions, or uh, I'll give you homework about about the same. If you are able to solve this, well and fine, or else we'll be solving this in the next lecture. So to begin with, how many subarrays with sum k can be found in a particular array? Can you guys let me know that in what time complexity you will be able to solve this question? Everyone, please let me know in the chat what time complexity you will need to solve this question. Why I feel that the strength today is low. Okay, Aniket with N. Good one, Aniket. Were you able to? Oh, Samkit also with order of N time. Great. Oh, already solved. Did you use prefix minus k approach, Samkit? Okay, Saswata also with order of N time. Guys, guys, okay, question number 560 on lead code. Let me check 560 on lead code. Is it the same? Okay, sub array sum equals k. Yes. Question number 560 on lead code. Yes, correct. I solved this question. Yes, correct. Question number 560 on lead code, right? So, you guys are becoming smart. I thought that you might not have solved this question, but okay, no problem. You want me to solve this question right live right now, or shall I move to some other question? Yeah, it was there in Notion. Yes, correct. Do you want me to solve this question? Can you guys vote? If I'm getting two votes to solve this question, I'll quickly take up this question directly and we can move on. Anyone who wants me to solve this question? Harshit bhai, are you there? Mahima, Suraj, are you getting this? All this, bro? Are you getting all this? If you are there in the chat, guys, come on, be quick to respond so that either I will be solving or I will be moving to some other questions. Order of n time. If you are able to solve, then I am proud that whatever I have taught, you guys were able to catch in the last lecture only, because that was pretty much hectic to make you guys understand. Next question. Oh, great then. Okay, okay, okay. So I'll begin with the fresh approach of sliding window. Suraj, are you there in the chat? I think he left. Okay, okay. We'll be beginning with the some other questions of. Okay, okay. Saswata with some different things. Okay, so we'll begin with some other question, guys. The question, this question, you guys will love it. Okay, so the question is lead code question number 1004, and arrays question number, I don't know. I'll write some. Okay, so that question says max consecutive one third part. So basically in this particular question you are given a binary array Binary array just means that the array might be comprising of two things only, either 0 or 1. Okay, so that particular array will be, I'll write just one example: 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 0, and you will also given a k, that is 2 over here. So they are simply asking that how many zeros can you, how many no, sorry, they are asking what will be the largest length. I just got a gist of different question. What is the largest length you can make what is the largest length you can make by utmost or at most flipping, by at most flipping k zeros to 1, and the largest length of ones. Okay, so over here, if you look closely, there is three consecutive ones. Okay, and if you look over here, there are four consecutive ones. So in question it says, if you have k, if you have k on a given number, you can flip these many zeros. Suppose if you want to flip this and this, so the maximum length will be 5. Okay, 3 plus 2. But if you just flip these two, maximum length will be 6. So basically the question is asking how many what will be the length of a sub array, largest length of sub array you can make by flipping k zeros. Are you guys clear with this question? First thing is, my is question clear to you? The largest length of sub array of consecutive ones. I'm not writing everything. Are you guys clear with the question? First, let me know in the chat. Clear with the question? I'll dry run for one scenario. Just imagine they are asking. You can flip this 0 to 1, or any two zeros to 1. Over here k is 2. Any two zeros to 1 to make the largest length possible in this given array. Are you guys clear with the question? Anyone who is not clear with the question, guys? Anyone who is not clear? Anyone? I'm only getting 3 yeses. I'm still waiting for a couple of more responses, because I think the strength of class today is 6 only. A lot of guys left. Going forward, I hardly believe that a couple of guys will remain at the end when I'm teaching DP or like linked list or something like that. Hardly anyone will be able to sustain this particular path. I know this arrays. Every programmer, every DSA coder start arrays and end their DSA at arrays only. Actually, I was that also in future. 4 yeses, I think 2 more yeses. Guys, are you clear with this question? I'm just passing the time. Are you clear with this question? Okay. Okay. So we'll begin it. I think Aniket, can you check? Oh, Mahima is not there in chat, and I think Saswata is there. Yes. Okay. So I'll begin quickly. Okay. So I told you that there are two types of two pointers. You guys remember? There are two types of two pointer. Sorry, not two pointer. There are two types of sliding window which I taught you. You guys remember? Can you name them? What are the two types of sliding window which I taught you? Okay. Yes. So I'll jump onto solution now. Not solution. I'll jump onto intuition. Why? How we can solve this? So this is a classic question of variable size sliding window. That is, I'll teach you how we can solve this. Okay. So over here we have given K2. Okay. Just imagine two things, guys. Okay. If I keep my start pointer over here, suppose we have two pointers, start is equals to 0, end is equals to 0. Okay. And then there will be a max length pointer or a length pointer, whatever you feel it. Okay. There are three things over here. What are those three things? I'll represent start with S, end with E, and max length we can calculate by end minus start plus 1. uh, I think we don't need to go through this, why, how it came from here to here. Approach, first let me try find maximum subarray of length 1, then think of flip based on first and last index. Approach, first I will try to find max subarray of 1, max subarray of 1. Okay. And then try to think flip based on the first and last index. Okay. So how you will be able to find max subarray? Okay. Okay. So Samkit, there is one problem in your approach. That approach says, I'll tell you, k can be anything, right? K can be 5 2. So by checking from first and last, it will be tedious task to do. You can do this code in much cleaner way. This is my first opinion on your approach. So we'll continue with this approach, and once you come back with your approach, we can also work around that approach. No solution is wrong. You might be right. I'm just telling this will make your code look pretty much cleaner than other approaches. Okay. Fix and variable were two sizes of yes, correct. So moving forward, just imagine if you move, if I'm just saying move your end pointer less than n, up to less than n. If I'll just write the pseudo code now. Move your end pointer less than up till n. If you find any zeros, improve your counter variable by 1. Just increase your counter variable by 1. And if counter variable ever crosses, if counter variable ever crosses k, that given limit, so start moving your start pointer, suppose you are moving like this. Okay, end is here, now end goes here, and over here end, at this end, your start pointer, your count is greater than k. So you will start shrinking your s, then s will start moving in this direction up till the count becomes equal to k, so that you can again move and check the max length. I'll once I'll be reiterating this, once I'll be doing dry run over here, you will come to know how I am solving this question. And then if you are not able to get it, I'll be solving. Okay. So if you closely observe, now is it 0? No, it's not 0. So we'll be moving. Okay. Now our length become 2. Is it 0? No, it is not 0. Our length become 3. End is coming over here. Is it 0 at end? Yes, it is 0. Our length become 4, but our counter become 1 because we have encountered 1 0. Okay. Just hold on. We'll write everything. Okay. So again, if we move, end becomes end come over here, then our counter become 2 and length become 5. Up to this point everyone is clear, right? Our length becomes 5 because we are given that we can have at most 2 counters. Okay, up to here, do you have any problem? No problem, I guess. Then just once you move your end pointer over here, your counter goes to 3. Your counter goes to 3. Now Oh my god, our counter is at 3. We need to subtract, we need to get it in the range of 2. Okay, so we will now start our shrinking our array. Will shrink, start comes over here. Is it 0? No. Then again we'll shrink our array. Our length become, we'll subsequently calculate the length. Just we are shrinking. In that case, length won't be changed because we have the max length as 5 as of now. The length are decreasing only, so I'm not checking as of now. But over here again, if you come over here at index 2, you find okay it's 1, no problem, we can move ahead. Okay, now you find 1 0, so you can, so what you can do, our counter was 3, you can make it our counter as 2, and you can move your S2 over here. So what this counter is saying, this counter is saying, this what this counter is saying, the counter says like how many zeros you have encountered till yet. In your start to end index, you have encountered in the range of start to end. So now this says our start is at this index, our end is at this index, and our counter says okay we have encountered 2 zeros. So our algorithm says okay 2 0 is allowed, we'll move further. Once I get to 2 zeros, I'll keep on moving my end pointer. Now I'll be moving my end pointer. Then again I'll be checking okay the length now is 3. Our start is over here, right? Length now is 3. Okay, max length is 5, no problem. Again I will move my end pointer. Length is 4. Counter still remains 2, no problem. Again I'll move. The length become 3 plus 2, 5. Okay, no problem. Again I'll move and the length becomes 6. Okay, and the counter still remains 2, no problem. We are not worrying until we are in our limit. The limit says k is 2. The limit says k is 2. If my counter remains less than equal to k, I can move my end. I can move my end plus plus, right? Or if counter is greater than k, I will move my start and we'll check if it is 0. If it is 0, we'll move our start and we'll check if our this particular element is 0. So we can subtract our counter by moving ahead, right? This is the basic funda of this particular approach. Maybe we can do one more dry run and we can check that we can check or else let me know if it is clear or do I need to do one more dry run. This is the very plain simple basic question of sliding window, variable size sliding window. The size is not varying, but over I told you earlier that in sliding window pattern you will be getting two types of sliding window. First one is fixed, second one is variable. In fixed you will be having size fixed, in variable you will be having a constant fixed. The constant over here is this counter, the constant over here is this counter. So if you have this counter fixed, this k is fixed, right? I told you that the k is fixed. So we have to revolve around this k. If you are revolving around this k, you just need to make sure your start and end pointer is in such a manner that in that particular start to end pointer you need to just make sure that okay you are having at most that zeros. Is my approach clear to you guys? Just let me know in the chat so that I can move ahead and I can code this for you. Guys, let me know, I'm waiting. Quicker. One more dry run. Okay, I'll do. Just let's see if how others are responding to it. One time again, quickly summary. No. एक बार और पुष्कर भाई, ठीक है, I'll do it. A couple of more responses. Let's see who is there. +1 काहे का बे? शाश्वता लिख भी नहीं पाता है, बोलता है सीधा +1। ओके, ठीक है। ओके, सो basically I'll do the dry run. I'll omit everything. Okay, so shall I do the dry run on the same example or different example, guys? So I'll do the dry run on a different example. That example will be a little bigger, so bear with me in the dry run. Okay, 0 0 1 1 1 3 1, oh no, sorry, 2 ones, 0 0, 3 times 1 1 2 3 0 1. My god, I forgot, where am I? 3 ones, 0 double 1 triple 0, 4 times 1s. So we have the given array is this. Now our case is we can flip at most 3 zeros, and we need to find the, what we need to find, max length, right guys? We are given start, we have just thought start as 0, end as 0. Okay, I'll write start with the green pointer and end with the blue pointer. Okay, I'll quickly write the algorithm over here, what we are doing. So what we are doing, I'll shall I erase this? Okay, so I'm erasing this. I'll write the algorithm what we are doing. Okay, so we are checking, this is our end and we are moving this first. So we are saying while our end is less than n is string that this particular array's length. Okay, if our array of end equals to 0, okay, increase my counter, right? Fine, fine, okay, but just give me 1 second. I'll write the same thing, just give me 1 second. So we can first do one thing, we can check if our counter is less than equal to k. The k is given 3 over here. Okay, and this is counter less than equal to k, and end is less than n, so that end is does not goes out of the bound for this particular array, right? This is the first check. Then in this check we need to check if array of end is equals to 0, then only we need to increase the counter. Now we are just flipping zeros only, we don't need to bother if it is 1. That is not our concern, it's fine. And it is already stated that this is a binary array, so there will be nothing other than 0 or 1. Is this these three lines making sense for you guys? First let me know if these three lines are making sense for you. Anyone with any doubts? So I have written how to move. I've written just I'll tell you that I have written in this case we are actually moving end pointer. Okay, we are actually moving end pointer. I'll write the other case where we are moving start pointer. How we can move the start pointer, I'll tell you. So suppose this code comes over here. After this we are writing over here. Okay, so what we can write, if while r count is greater than k, if suppose our 0 becomes greater than k by this logic, because over here we have equal to, so in the next iteration count will be greater than k because we are increasing c plus plus over here, right? So if our count is greater than k and start is in the range before e till that particular time, if we check if our array of start equal to 0 0 is equals to 0, then we can say कि अगर ये भी है और ये भी है तो we can say कि remove my counter. Just in case I'll tell you why I am doing this. I'll tell you. Just imagine if you are over here. I'll take the yes, just imagine you are over here. Okay, so you are over here now. This is the start pointer over here. Again, if you move just a dry run, simple dry run. Okay, first time end is over here. This is the first time we are having end over here. So once we will be moving, we will be having our counter plus plus. Okay, so our counter will become 1, our length will become 1. Again we have the max counter length as 3. Again if we move our end pointer, because it is 0, our counter will increase to 2, our length will also increase to 2. Still we are less than or equal to 3. Again we can move our end pointer. We are moving our end pointer now. If it is 1, no need to worry, length will just increase to 3. If it is again moving, no need to worry, it is 1, because length will become 4. Our counter is now 2 only. Now if we move our end pointer over here, how many zeros are in between start to end? We have 3 zeros. And what is the length? The length is 5 now. Just look at this case. So this case, just look at this first 5 element. If you are looking at this 5 element, we have 3 zeros. As per our question is stating that we can have at max k zeros be flipped. So I am flipping this one, this 0 to 1 and this 0 to 1. We are getting max length as 5. Okay, we stored that particular thing just in case we might not get more than 5 length in this particular array as consecutive ones. So we stored this as length 5 and we move forward. Now if you move from here to here, you will be for consecutive subarray, you need to make this as 1, but you can't make this as 1 because you have already listed your limit as 3. So what you will be doing, you will come till the next 0 until you find the next 0. If suppose there were you will come you will reduce your start pointer until you find next 0. Suppose if your start pointer was over here, suppose this is not the array and this is the array. If your start pointer was up to here, so you will reduce your start pointer until this pointer so that you find a 0. Until if you found a 0, then you need to move your start pointer one more pointer ahead, one more index ahead, so that you have only 3 zeros in the range from start to end. Is this point making sense for you guys? If suppose now over here, I'll tell you what will happen. I'll just quickly dry run till next case. So over here we are lucky, we have start pointer as on 0 only. We move our start pointer from here to here and our counter decreases. Now our counter become, earlier it was 3, now our counter become 2. Now our counter become 2 and our end pointer was here. Just 1 second guys, our end pointer was here. So in this range we have only 3, in this range we have only 3 zeros, right? In this range we have only 3 zeros, and if you closely observe, still we have the length as 5. We can move our end pointer over here, no problem, it's 1, no problem, it's 1, no problem, it's 1. Now it is 0. So again we need to make sure that in start to end there should be only 3 zeros. So we will be moving our start pointer to the next pointer, and if you see, if that start will find okay, I'll look at me, I'll tell you. So just imagine, in between start to end you can have only k number of zeros every time. Wherever is your start pointer line, doesn't matter. Wherever is your end pointer line, doesn't matter. You need to make sure in every single case that okay, if this is my start and this is my end, we need to have at most of k zeros, so that we can flip and make those zeros as 1, and we can make this consecutive start and end pointer as a maximum length subarray or a length subarray. We can see if it is maximum or not in the further after dry run. But from start to end, our job is to make at most k number of zeros in it. If it is, if it is, if it is having k plus 1 0, stop your end pointer, stop your end pointer, and reduce your start pointer from in the left to right direction. Okay, so if your start pointer is at index 1, so you go to index 2. If it is 0, then well in, you search for the next 0 and you will go to the next pointer after that particular 0, so that you can omit one extra 0 which is coming in the range of start to end. Are you getting my point? In start to end, our aim is to make sure that we can have at most of k zeros. That is what I am trying to do over here. Is this particular thing making sense, you guys? Are you guys agreeing to this? I'll do the dry run, but are you guys getting the gist what I'm trying to do? Everyone, guys, everyone, whosoever is watching, please let me know so that I can proceed for further things. Or if you're not getting, do let me know. I'll reiterate, no problem. While if c is less than equal to k and end is less than n, then y end is less than n if we have already have this. I'll come back to your question, Samkit. Guys, guys, a couple of yeses only I got. Out of 8 to 9 people, I got around 3 yeses only. Rest all are unclear. Guys, let me know if you are clear what I am trying to do, what I am trying to achieve, what is my intuition behind this question. Do let me know. Or if you, or else if you are not clear, do let me know that too, so that I can reiterate and I make sure. This is the very important basic, or whatever we can say, this is the very important question for sliding window. Harshit, clear? Guys, come on, whosoever is there in the chat, please do let me know. Okay, so I think a couple of guys. Mm. So a couple of guys are there, and most of them are okay with my intuition. So shall I quickly jump onto co-editor and edit this, write this code, or do you want me to further dry run one more time so that you can get this particular intuition if this question is clear or not clear to you? Guys, you want me to code this question, or you want yourself to try on this? Guys, let me know, guys. You want code for the same? Samkit is asking to try. You want code for the same? That is very basic code. Just you need to make sure that there are at most k zeros in between the range of start to end. You need to write two ifs during and under while condition. I gave everything to explain this question, and this question is not that much complex for you guys. At least whosoever is trying now, whosoever is trying, they will definitely be in love with this particular approach, because wherever, wherever you guys are finding a constraint which is fixed, and they are asking for sub arrays, substrings, or something like that, trust me guys, you hit a jackpot if it is clearly stated. Or if you guys are getting like that particular question, pick toys question, or that question is also called as fruit into basket question. So then you first need to deduce that okay, this question is of type sliding window and variable size sliding window or fixed size sliding window, and then you need to come up to so questions of sliding window will be like this only. You might be given something, you need to make sure okay, in variable size you need to move your pointers just between a range so that you can fix a given, so that you can fix a given constant. That constant over here was k, right? And our pointers over here was start and end. We need to make sure that okay, only k zeros lies in between it. So this is the particular approach how sliding window works. And so everyone wants it to try. Aniket, Samket, Saswata, you guys want to try? You want okay, tell me, shall I code it or I move it to other question, the next question which I'm having in my bucket today? Next question, next question. Okay, you can try this at your own. Okay, so moving further, I'll tell you couple of things before I go ahead. Just mark my words, just write my words on a piece of a paper and notebook, and stick on in front of your wall, saying that if you are getting a okay, I'll tell you what I taught you. Okay, what I taught you, I'll quickly sum it up. So I taught you there are two types of question in sliding window pattern. Sliding window pattern, there are two types of question. The first type is fixed. Over there they will say find a subarray of length 3 which is having maximum sum. So this is a fixed type question. So your I and j pointer is fixed. End of the story. You just move little here and there, you will be able to do it. Okay. But if you are getting your variable size question, variable sliding window pattern type question, then over there you will be having two pointers. Remember my word, you will be having two pointers always. In more than 90% time you will be having two pointers, start pointer and end pointer, and in between those start and end pointers you will be given a condition, and you need to make sure that if that particular k is satisfying that start to end. Even in this particular question known as fruit in basket, this particular question is just replica of what I taught with a different data structure. Just replica. If you want to try, I have added that in Notion. That is there. The question number is 904 of lead code. Just give it a try. Try to understand it. I know that it will be hard for every one of them in the first go. I know, but try to make this as start to try to make satisfy all the conditions of the question in between start to end. Don't think of everything, just think of you need to satisfy the given condition of the question between start to end pointer. If you are satisfying, you are done. While you are moving your start, while you are moving your end, make sure you are not breaking the condition of question. Okay, so this is the gist of sliding window. uh, just to make sure this particular question we have done it, we'll move to a different question. And I literally expect you guys to let me know that I want you to tell me that okay, don't solve this question in the class, don't waste the time, because this question is very easy and I don't want you to solve. So that question is lead code 3. That question is lead code 3. So the question says So the question says, the question says you need to find the maximum or the longest substring without repeating characters. Just simple as that, as simple as you can even imagine. Okay, so you are given a substring like this: A B C D A B B C A D A B C D E F A. So you are given a string over here. This is a string. I'm sorry I took a question of a string without teaching you guys a string. No problem. I know that you guys at least know a basic of strings. So this is the question of variable size sliding window. I'll tell you. So can you guys let me know? It's we have a single constant that no characters should be repeating. Find maximum length, maxi substring. Are you guys clear with the question first? Let me know. Yes. Unique character longest string. Yes. So longest substring, you need to find the longest substring without repeating the characters. Okay. Just we have the k, just like k, the k is longest characters which are repeating. So you guys, can you come up with some approaches telling me that what time you guys will take to find this solution for the same hash map approach? Yes, hash map approach, correct. Anyone else other than Samkit? Anyone else other than Sankit? Saswata? Okay. Aniket, with time complexity of order of n, this is the bare minimum time anyone can solve. At least we need to go through all this thing, right? Some sliding window, same sliding window. Yes, same sliding window. Same, ditto, same sliding window. Guys, come on. We can try by two pointers. Harshit bhai. Okay. And very great, guys. Great, great, great. You guys are now catching up with the class. I'm now happy so that I don't need to explain everything in detail. So let me go through the question once and let me dry run so that whosoever is there, that is my job to solve this question once at least. Okay, so I'll keep a start pointer over here and I'll keep a end pointer on the start only. We'll say one thing. I'll quickly erase. Okay, and I'll write the indexes of it. माय गॉड, ये तो रैंडम एग्जांपल मैंने ले लिया था, हाँ. ज़्यादा ही बड़ा हो गया. Okay, so uh, I'll say a couple of things. I'm writing the most efficient solution. Yet you can try with the brute force, no problem. trying with brute force and getting the solution is one of the best thing which you can do. Over here the constraint says you can write in brute force, no problem, because if you are also writing in order of n square, you will be able to solve this question just because the constraint says the string length is of 10 to the power 4. Okay, so base case will be best case will be order of 1. Is that correct? Yeah? No, bro. At least you need to go through the complete thing to make sure that okay, where is the best. My God. No, man. You at least need to go through, pass through every characters in the string to know okay which is the longest. So order of n time will be BBB using hash map. Okay, let's check. Let's check. Okay. So everyone I think is aware of hash maps now. So first I will go and check if I'll create a hash map. What that hash map will be saving is uh, character and index, on which index that character is appearing. Okay. So I'll say okay. It will go and check first for the first character where the end lies over here. It will check okay, and a comma 0 will be in the, then it will check okay if b exists, will check if this exists or not, that character I exists in that particular index or not. Up till then that point will be making the entries in the hash map. So it will say b is not existing, no problem, b at 1, c at 2, d at 3, no problem. And again we are calculating length. How we can calculate length? End minus start plus 1, as taught in previous classes. And if you again come to a, there comes the problem. If our end is coming to a, let's look at this point particularly closely, where the duplicate character is appearing. Our a is coming over here. Okay, no problem, no problem at all. Okay, so just imagine guys, in this range, there was no problem, because our constraint of no repeating character was satisfying. But as soon as I move my end pointer to the next point, this is not satisfying anymore because we had duplicate character as a. So what we can do, if our hash map contains, a, or it already contains a, we can just quickly assign next element to the, we can assign our start as the map dot get character a. So it will return my index as 0 and we'll quickly do a plus 1. So if we do plus 1 over here, our start will come back to here, and in this range if you carefully observe, our condition is satisfying. Our condition is satisfying because b c d a, there is no repeating character in it. Okay, now if and we will save our, and we'll save the same a, will update the a by the index of 4. Okay, if we again move our end pointer to 5, now again if we got b, so b will be doing plus 1 over here to get the next start pointers location. So we'll do it, will do map dot get b, will be getting b at index 1, will be doing index plus 1, so that we can go to, we can make that particular string as without repeating string, without character repeating string. Our start pointer will move over here again. If the next pointer, now here comes the main logic. Okay, I'll quickly write this start pointer logic above, and I'll just one second guys. Our start was up to here and our end is here, right? One thing, so how we were calculating start, so we'll getting the index of character, index of that character plus doing that particular plus 1. Okay, so that we can get the next index of that particular character, and our character will be our particular substring will be non-repeating substring. Our end pointer is here in this range of start to end. we don't have we don't have anything repeating, but once you move, and we have also updated our b pointer to our we have also updated our b, just because b was the newest b was registered at 5 index, so we have registered that our b to 5. Okay, now comes the main logic. If you quickly observe, once we are moving our end from here to here, it says okay, our b already exists, and this was the previous index of b. So what we'll be doing, so can you guys let me know where will my start point next? If my end is pointing over here up to this driver, up to this logic, where will my start pointer will be pointing, on which index? In the chat guys, on which index my start pointer will be pointing now? Once my string, once my end index. Okay, oh great, great guys, great. Saswata with 6, Aniket with 6, Samkit with 6. Anyone else who felt that okay, b might not be pointing somewhere else other than 6? So I told if this b, so I told wherever the character is there, it's on the 5th index, we will do a plus 1. So now my start is pointing up to here. Meanwhile we are calculating length too. Over here our length was maximum length, that is 4. So you guys, I assume now you guys are that much pro, you will keep on calculating your length every single time. I am not bothering about what my length is. I'm not giving you spoon feeding thing. Okay, just take it, just take this drop and you will be master of DSA. It's not like that. I'm also not master, I'm also a beginner in DSA. I'm just trying to make sure that okay, whatever I know you guys also know the same. Okay, so next, if you closely observe, we can move our end pointer from here to here, no problem. Here to here, will there be any problem? Will there be any problem? No, because if you closely observe, a already exists, but our start pointer is ahead of a. So now I want you to write maths. I'll reveal one more thing, that is why I was doing right on maths dot max of. So whichever is the max, suppose if the next a comes over here, don't get confused guys. Okay, I'll tell you, I'll tell you, don't get confused. We are on the index 8th as end index and index 6th as, don't get confused. Okay, so index 6th at start index. Okay, but still my hash map will contain these entries, right or wrong? It will definitely contain these entries. So if you again encounter a over here which says uh, my a is was at 4th index, but uh, as per this logic the start will go to 5th index, but no, we won't do it. We will say if my whichever is max, start is either on the maximum side or this particular, just 1 second guys, let me check if I'm live or not. Yes, okay. So if my start is on maximum side or the new this new thing is on the maximum side, so if this new thing is on the maximum side, whichsoever is on the maximum side, keep that. Oh my god, my bad. So I'll write index of that character plus 1. So whichever is the maximum, keep that as. So over here if you find this is the a, and this was the A. This was the A, first end index A, and this was the starting A. Okay, so as per our logic, this will give us what? This will give us 5, and this was already at 6. So our start pointer will remain at 6. It won't change anywhere, because we don't need to bother our start pointer, because in our start pointer to in from our start pointing to end pointing, from our start to end, there is no repeating character. There is no repeating character. From this B to this D, we don't have any repeating character. But as soon as you move your N to D, this one, you need to again bring your start pointer as here, because we have a, not over here, you can move it as here, +1, doing +1 to 8. Is this logic somewhat clear to you guys? Is this logic somewhat clear? We are checking. I'll reiterate the pseudo code for you guys. Just 1 second. I'll reiterate the pseudo code. I'll tell you the pseudo code. Just look at my face and I'll let you know. Okay. So what are we given? We are given a string. We are making sure that, okay, if the entries, let me know. Okay. So let me know, guys. Okay. Let me know, guys. Are you guys clear, or do you want me to reiterate? I can reiterate, no problem, because it's not a confusing logic. It's not that prefix minus k approach, which you guys won't, might won't get. Come on, more responses, guys. Only Ankit and Saswata is clear. Aniket and Saswata is clear. More responses, guys. More responses. Tell me, shall I reiterate, or shall I move ahead or code this? I'll code this question. Samkit is clear. Paras is clear. Anyone else who is there in chat? I think 4 of these guys are there. One more is there. Who is there? 6. So whatsoever is the length, you just need to make sure. You just need to make sure you need to put your start pointer just next to the repeating character pointer. In the case, if you find ABCD, just let me, I'll tell you, just let me know, just I'll tell you. Okay, ABCDAEF, up to here is, this is the start and this is end, there is no problem. But if you come your end, if you bring your end over here, if you bring your end over here, you need to move your start pointer from here to here. And how we can do that? We are saving our indexes of every character in the hash map. We will find, okay, on which index this A is lying, and then we can do the +1 on that. But just in case, if we carry forward this case, okay, which was this case, just in case, this case was there, na, just in case, if suppose the entry of A is already there, the entry of A is already there, and in our this substring there is no A. Just imagine the entry of P is already there in, like at suppose at 0th index, okay, but in this substring there is no P. Just imagine a scenario. So P character is there with a 0 index, okay, char and index, okay, but we have already skipped our S, and over here if we have some kind of P, just imagine, okay, I'll give you a good example. Now I'm having a good example. So we have P over here, okay, imagining. So what you did, so you moved your end pointer till here, but what happens next? Okay, what happens is you go over here and you have your end pointer like this. And if you ask your hash map, are you having any character named P in your hash map? Hash map rated, yes, it is at 0th index. Now Now comes the pure logic. Is zeroth index ahead of our start? Ahead of our start means this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. Our start is lying ahead of zeroth index, so we don't need to bother, because we are already in a safe zone, we are not in a red zone. Correct? Our hash map was having p in the hash map, no problem. But once we find out our index, that index is 0, and we are already lying, our start pointer is already lying at 2. So do we need to bother? No. Why? Because we are ahead of that 0. We have already passed that 0. So we don't need to worry. So that is why I wrote math dot max of that character plus 1, index of that character plus 1, or the new start, the older start. So whichsoever suits, no problem. Guys, let me know if I am clear in the chat. And what will happen for this case? Just imagine 3, 4, 5, 6. So this was 6, this was storing 0. So what will now P be storing at index E? If index is at 6, so what will P be storing in this hash map? Should P be storing 0 or should P be storing 6? Just let me know this. P comma 6 is should be there, or P comma 0 should be there in the hash map. Tell me what happened, Aniket? Tell me. I'll clear that out. Yes, got it, Samkit. If the repeating element is the last element in the string, can you give me such example? So we don't need to bother, na. If suppose, okay, I got your question. If suppose this is the last, if suppose this is only the last, so our start is trimmed off, and in every case we are calculating length and max length, right? In every case we are calculating the length, and we are checking that, okay, if our length is greater than or smaller than max length, then we are betting the length. I believe that you guys are doing that on your own. I am not doing it. No, don't worry. String start won't go. If start is going beyond the length, then the what you can do? You okay? If I'm writing the algorithm, you will come to know. Okay, so let's do one thing. I'll quickly write the code for the same, and this will be the last thing which we'll be doing today. Okay. Is Nikita there in the chat? Nikita, are you there? Is my screen visible to you guys? I'll quickly go on and type the code for the same, and we'll check if we are able to do the same or not. Okay, so first of all I'll write int n is equals to string dot length, right? अरे बहन है भाई. Okay, int len is equals to 0, comma max len is equals to 0, comma start is equals to 0, comma end is equals to 0. I have declared all the variables over here. While what is that? Yes, yes, yes. Before going to while, we can do one more thing. We can declare our hash map of character comma integer. We can name it as map and new hash map, right? And done. We'll say while end is less than n. Okay, fine. So we are first doing that. Okay, end should be always less than string.length. This is our first condition. We'll check if map dot contains key which s dot char at end. If it is already containing that, if it is already containing that, then what should we be supposed to do? And if it is not there, if it is there, then our start pointer will be math dot max of what? Start pointer will be next pointer. So we'll do map dot get s dot char at end comma uh, s dot char at end plus 1 and start. So save start of anything, then you can do one thing. You can calculate your length, that will be equals to end minus start plus 1. Max length will be maths dot max of max length comma length. Okay, and we need to save this pointer in the map too, right? So we can store it over here only. Map dot put what we need to put? We need to put s dot char at index end comma end, right? And if everything is done, that is there, bro. So that is there, plus 1 I did. Maths, oh ho. Yes, sorry bro, I am having very bad memory of the same. And end plus plus, right? We need to do plus plus of end. That's it, return max length, done. ऐसा मुझे लगता है कि डन है, बाकी अभी कोड लिखने के बाद समझ में आता है. ओके, इट्स सेइंग map dot get, what it is saying, int comma int start. Let me check. Method get in class hasmap key cannot be in start map dot contains key is fine. Map dot get. ओके, सो शायद से हम लोग को यहाँ पे एक और वो डालना पड़ेगा. एंड वी आर डन. So we are done for this, and then we are done for this, right? My god, just let me check. 2 closing for this, I'm closing this for this, but do we need to close this, right? No, no, right? Done. Okay, what it is saying, max length. Okay, I have used two kind of lengths, so My bad, guys. Just excuse my poor coding skills. Here we go. I'm bad at coding. No. Let's check. Okay. So this beats around 89% of the solution. Don't trust them. They are bullshit. It is bullshit to believe this, guys. Okay. And if we move to class questions, guys really need to look at every single thing. You guys are not solving. I think Harshit Bhai is the only one who solved. We can also have a view over here. Let's check how many questions view. We can apply some rule. We can say just like this Pushkar and uh, uh, not studied now. Okay, so earlier we need to put everything as not studied so that we can get the. I'll do it, no problem. If we go for Pushkar and we say how many questions are not studied, we can directly get how many questions are not studied for me. And if we look at how many questions I have optimized, we can directly get just like that. So if you need to write your name, just go over here and just say duplicate property. If I say duplicate, I'm just creating for someone else whose name is not there, whose name is not there uh, among us. Suppose Samkit's name is not there, so I'll just write Samkit over here. Good. So Samkit can choose one of it and good to go. Earlier he can mark not studied and done. So a very pretty much good tool you can use. I want everyone to fill this so that we can track whosoever is studying and whosoever is not studying. That's all for the day, guys. I hope you enjoyed the class. If you are having any doubts, do let me know. If you're having any doubts, do let me know and we'll take the class further in on Saturday 9 a.m. I think 9 or something like that. I'll inform you guys. Till then, a very good night. शुभ रात्रि आप सभी को. Sabba khair. I'll stop the broadcast.